Wake me up.
Wake me up, you thing.
I can't wake up.
Wake me up and
Save
save
me.
me. Oh, sorry, Chad. This was definitely the movie of all
Indeed.
movies. If
Indeed.
we
Welcome.
thought Howard the Duck and Blade 2 was
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Sorry. Greetings, true believers. Welcome back to the Marvel movie half hour. It's been a while, but we're back again.
Yeah.
I'm David,
I'm Donovan.
and we watched the movie of 2020 of freaking 2003.
Yeah.
Wrong year. We watched Daredevil.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Indeed.
this was
I
definitely a 2000s movie. That's what
yeah,
I'll say.
I was looking forward to this. I don't know about you. I actually was kind of
I kind
interested.
of was looking forward to it because I wanted to give it a chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not good.
No,
To
I
put it,
understand the hate for it.
I do too.
I get it.
I might understand a cult following, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I understand a cult following, but then again, Marvel did so much better. Many years later,
yes.
they did way better. I would even argue Born Again is better than this.
Yeah, I would agree. That's how bad this movie is. I'm gonna agree that Born Again's better than this. This movie is so bad that it's making us watch the first episode of the Netflix Daredevil show right after this.
We gotta take a palate cleanser after this.
We do. So yeah, I think this is a good segue. So I never watched this movie until just now. We just finished watching it. I was a big fan. I'm still a big fan of the Daredevil show with Charlie Cox, like with the one that was on Netflix.
You said Cox.
Chuck
But
Wieners for short. It's Chuck Wieners, and that's not funny. That's not.
look what this accursed monstrosity of a film has done to us.
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Look at what we have become in the span of a few movies. You're gonna see our sanity probably drop over the course of the Marvel movie half hour as we go along.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be quite the downgrade. But I love the Daredevil show. It's one of the best shows ever made, in my opinion. It's in my top 10. I don't know if you would agree.
It's definitely a top 10 for me.
Yeah. Charlie Cox is a great Daredevil. I can't picture anyone else.
Okay. Profile picture.
Hey, it's related to the movie. I have to do it towards the movie. Just everything in that show was so intricately done, and a lot of care was put into it. A lot of symbolism, a lot of great shots and coloring. It's all there. Everything about filmmaking that you can imagine being done right is in the Daredevil show. Even though it does feel kind of like a cop show that you'd watch on cable TV, it still works. It's just the way that it's shot that it just looks like a cop TV show. But that's not a bad thing.
No.
But well, actually, I was about to transition. But what do you like about the Daredevil show?
Honestly, the characters themselves, really. I mean, the action's cool, sure, yeah. But I really like the character growth. Compare them to this. Like I said with you, they had a lot of glow ups in the show in comparison.
They really did.
There was a lot of glow ups. But the show has really good character development through and through.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, season 1 still gave us the warehouse scene. I mean, not the warehouse, the apartment scene. So,
Yeah, wrong movie that has Ben Affleck in it.
Ron, Ben Affleck movie, just the wrong one.
Yeah. Um,
We're gonna get to that next. All
we
the
are.
DCU stuff.
Yes, by the way, we do have another podcast, not on Apple Podcasts if you're listening, but on YouTube on DDM Studios and Don's Comic Domain. You could check out the DCEU review. So
Yeah,
not exactly like this one where we watch every DC movie. We're specifically
Mm-mm.
watching the DC
just the
extended universe.
DCEU. Yeah.
Yes. So check that out. We'll do BVS soon.
Yeah,
Ultimate Edition.
we thought, yeah, Ultimate Edition, because screw the theatrical. We
Yeah.
thought about doing all the DC movies, and we're like, no.
We either start with Superman and the Mole Men or
Chris
Batman.
Reeve.
Yeah.
Or Batman 66.
Yeah.
No,
But
that's
probably not.
like, to be honest, as much as I love Batman and Superman, I don't think you want to just hear us do constant reviews of Batman and Superman movies for the majority of that.
Nah. So, but anyway, check those out. But yeah, the Netflix Daredevil show, it's the best MCU thing, I'd say.
I'd say it's one of the best MCU properties, but probably. Oh, this is a tough one because I'm a big fan of Punisher. It's probably the best MCU show, with Punisher either being up there with it or a very, very minuscule close second. It's tied for me, but if I had to choose, I'd say Daredevil is barely at 1. But that's because both shows are equally great, in my opinion.
Sounds good. I still need to watch Punisher, and we will. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But now compared to this movie, we finally watch it. Well, this was my first time watching it. Was it yours too?
Yeah. Compared to the show, this movie makes the show look like it's an Oscar-worthy show that you don't want to stop watching. An Oscar award-winning, Emmy award-winning show. In comparison to this.
Yeah, this was made by your edgy friend from film school.
This is a high school or like a college film project that you and your edgy friends at the time thought would be really cool to make, and you do it, and you look back on it as kids, and you're like, "Oh wow, this is really cool. We can show this off." And then fast track many years later into adulthood, and you watch this, and you're like, "Dang, this sucks."
Yeah,
this is awful. And the soundtrack does not make it any better. It's the perfect 2000s cheesy, edgy darkness type soundtrack you'll ever get.
While it is
with bands such as Seether, Evanescence, and Rob Zombie, just to name a few. Because you can't go wrong with Evanescence.
And I think Creed. I don't know.
Maybe. I haven't seen the soundtrack list.
To be clear, peak music, but for that peak time, that time.
Oh, there's a Nickelback track apparently on here.
Let's go.
Learn the hard way.
Nice.
Saliva? Dang. You know the Batista band was here too. Yeah, they have a lot of his stuff. Oh.
But yeah, this movie is I think one thing I've noticed while watching, it struggles to have like a good amount of storytelling in it. It feels very rushed, whereas the show felt like, and it is a show, so you give it that, but there was a lot of time for growth and like things to really rest and
yeah.
And this is another thing too. So this movie is like 3/4 of it are a flashback, or 5/6 of it.
A literal hour and 45. Okay, so we watched the extended edition, which was like what, 2 hours 14 minutes?
Yeah.
So for an hour and 45 minutes long, it's just nothing but a giant flashback.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Whereas flashbacks in the show gave purpose to what was happening in the present.
Not to mention, it would be a back and forth between past and present. This was an entire flashback throughout the majority of the film.
Mm-hmm.
At least, and I told you about this too. Let's compare this a bit with Deadpool. Deadpool, the 2016 film, does have flashbacks, but not only do they further the plot and actually explain how Wade became the way he was, they were entertaining, and they also served purpose as they went back and forth between the past and the present.
Yeah.
This, for over an hour and a half, was nothing but the past.
Yeah.
It started off with Matt at a church, and then he did his spectacular flop as he tried to reenact Mission Impossible. But then it cuts to just him as a flashback, and that's the growth of the entire movie. And apparently, he in the flashback, we even saw the perspectives of the villains, like Bullseye and Kingpin, somehow in the flashbacks.
Oh, that's a good point. He wasn't there.
They just show them in the flashbacks too,
That's a
somehow,
great point.
and he was nowhere near them.
Just start the movie normally. Like, I know you're trying to be artsy and fartsy, but you just don't. Just don't do that.
You wind up being artsy and wind up being shartsy at the end of it.
That's one way to put it. That's actually a really good way to put it.
You
Artsy.
just crap the bed terribly.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess the story's fine. Like, it's
There's a story. There's a story because if there was, I didn't follow a thing.
Yeah. What is
They
the
just
plot?
did things for
Like,
2 hours.
Yeah, Daredevil is established as the protector of Hell's Kitchen, and then he meets Jennifer Gardner, beautiful Jennifer Gardner, who got me through this movie. And then you get Foggy's there, and he's a
Played by
butthole.
John Favreau. You know, the guy who made the first Iron Man.
Happy
He's here.
Hogan. Yeah.
That's his name. I cannot remember the entire time watching this movie.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Happy Hogan is here. And before I go further, you know how Karen Page is a prominent character in the Daredevil show? Well, this whole time, me and David were trying to figure out where in the heck is Karen? Because we're thinking, okay, either she doesn't exist, or like she was waiting to show up to be a more prominent character. She's just a secretary.
Yep.
She's just a secretary that hands them coffee. The only prominent thing she does in this movie. Okay, so I know I'm jumping jumping a lot here, but there's this part of the movie when they're trying to do an investigation. Matt and Foggy go to a person's apartment, and Matt somehow knows how someone wrote on a desk, and like the engravings were still there somehow, even though they didn't show up. He said he wrote down "Mom 8-9."
No, it was Mom 6-8.
Oh, and yeah, Mom 6-8.
Yeah.
And then Karen, in spectacular fashion, her one prominent moment in this entire film was flipping the page upside down.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she did.
Yep. So it was August 9th, 8-9. I don't know why you would write it like that.
And then the wow was just Wesley, Kingpin's assistant.
Yeah, Wesley's whole name, which Wesley is cool in the show. In fact, everybody in the show is cool, except
everybody is cool in the show. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Wesley went from a sniveling, like, kind of lapdog who always tried to be a jerk to everybody when in reality he just looked like a bully victim to Kingpin, to a guy who was loyal to a fault, but still he'd probably be a Kingpin himself if he didn't work under Fisk in the show.
Yes.
That's how he came off to me as.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So that was quite
Ugh,
sad to see my boy Wesley done dirty like
yeah,
that. And as far as the other characters, let's start with the man himself, Matt Murdock. Was it Darefleck? We'll call him Darefleck.
Ben Devil.
Ben Devil. Daredevil. He was all right. He was so corny, dude. Just the line deliveries he would
If you
give.
can look at the smile of Ben Affleck on David's profile picture, you can tell he's a complete cornball.
Mm-hmm. He sucked. I really don't have anything to say. I he's just an edge lord. He sleeps in a coffin filled with
Yeah.
water.
He somehow has a metal retractable coffin that the top of it slides open and close, and he sleeps in water.
Yeah.
I don't know what all that's about. Not to mention, he has an entire room just dedicated to like 5 billy clubs,
Yeah.
3 masks, and multiple sets of the same outfit. Now, in Born Again, they did this with the different cowls. He had different color cowls, different color attires. In this
Yeah.
movie, it was the exact same suit
Mm-hmm.
multiple times.
It's like
And
Charlie
in
Brown having
actuality, he only wore one of them.
Yeah. Well, at least that's convenient for when your costume gets ripped apart. Like if you were Spider-Man, you had to sew
But
it
not
back.
a single bit of battle damage had ever hit his suit.
That's
Even
true.
when he got stabbed by Elektra.
Exactly. Which does happen. There's a point where she thinks that he killed her dad, but
Even though she was right there when it happened and clearly could have saw.
she should have. Yeah. Speaking of Elektra, Jennifer Gardner's in this movie, and she has no character. She just thinks Matt and Elektra think that each other is hot, and that's it. Like, there's
Despite the
no.
fact when the first time they met, Matt. Here's the thing about Matt, and let's compare Affleck to Cox's or Cox Murdoch.
Yeah.
Right now, real quick. When he meets Elektra in this movie, he goes from trying to, try to flirt, try to riz, to straight up following her, and even touching her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whereas in the show, of course, they had already knew each other and was a thing back in the day. But unlike here, Charlie's Daredevil has actual game.
Yes.
This man tries without fail, and he gets women easily.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, even if he blind, you might as well you might as well put him on a registry if he doing all this.
I don't care if you're blind. I'm beating the crap out of you, man.
Yeah, and here's the thing: when he finds Elektra at the playground, that she's for some reason there at I
Yeah,
don't
the
know
playground. Yeah.
a grown woman at a playground watching kids have fun.
Mm.
He goes there, and then all of a sudden, he gives his identity away solely by having a playful sparring match with her.
Yeah.
Mind you, she didn't even know who Daredevil was until she took off the mask. If you didn't somehow realize that the dude who sparred with you and he's blind, and the guy you've been talking to this entire time is blind, and never once did you figure 2 + 2 = 4.
Oops.
No, in her mind, 2 + 2 = 5 because she apparently didn't even see that Daredevil was Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
Despite the fact the suit's mask literally covers up his face except for his nose and mouth. So that's a dead giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one time did you ever figure, hey, this might be something different,
Right.
And then when she takes off the mask, she's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Like,
it's bad.
This is like if Batman revealed to Selena Kyle that he was Batman and she didn't believe him until he showed her the Batcave, and then she was utterly dumbfounded. Like, what did you expect to happen?
Yeah. Also, Also, what's really stupid is that like she's training to Evanescence and she's kicking ass and stuff. And
She's
then when
literally
she,
going off the My Immortal.
yeah, and like when Bullseye shows up, just he immediately destroys her and kills her.
Oh yeah, quote unquote kills her.
Oh yeah, but
On,
still,
on the subject of that too, we didn't even. Let's actually talk about Colin Farrell real
yes,
quick. Who
please,
is
let's do.
Bullseye?
That's a good
Because
transition.
he's the one character in this movie outside of Michael Clark Duncan's Kingpin that actually made me enjoy this film a little bit.
Same
Everybody
here.
says he's a bad Bullseye, and yeah, he is.
He is. He did
He
a
was
good
low.
job
He
with for
was
what he was
low key
given.
for what he was given. He was low key the highlight of this entire film. I'm gonna be
Yes,
honest. He was the highlight of the whole film.
agreed.
Like anytime I saw him, in my head, I'm just like, thank you, something for us to actually enjoy and view. Thank you.
The rattlesnake coat.
Oh yeah, every time he flips his coat, a rattlesnake sound effect will happen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So
Don't
when
question it.
don't question it, just accept it. So when he's first debuted in the movie, he's shown at a bar throwing darts, and of course, as the name goes, getting a bullseye with every dart. And this is probably the most goofiest scene, or one of the goofiest scenes from him in this whole movie, outside of my picture right here. But so the dude I guess who owns the bar is like, well, Bullseye's like, pay me my money, just pay up. I don't even think he says anything, and like the dude was reluctant, but he eventually does, and then he calls and makes fun of him for being Irish, which ironically enough, not only is he Irish in this movie for some reason,
Yeah.
but so is Colin Farrell in real life. He's actually an Irish.
That's kind of funny.
So that's funny.
Yeah.
He pulls out a paperclip and then somehow unravels it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this would even kill a man, because all he did was kept throwing paper clips at his neck. Well, actually at his double chin.
Yeah.
It didn't even land at his throat, and he somehow made him pass out.
Yeah, somehow it did not go deep. It was like it just stabbed his skin a little bit.
Yeah. And then it's a paper clip. That's not going far.
No.
That's not going far at all, unless it's penetrating through skin deeper.
Yeah.
But that happens. He is the reason why Elektra's dad dies, despite the fact that Daredevil tried to save it, even though she could have saw it right then and there. Also, her dad just stands there. That's a recurring thing between the dad and Daredevil and Bullseye. When something is getting thrown, they just stand there.
Oh yeah, it was so funny. Bullseye threw I guess it was like an offering plate at Daredevil's throat. He just stood there. It was going so slow and went and like that.
And then Daredevil retaliated by throwing one of his billy clubs, as this man is just spinning around, so happy and giddy at what he did, and got bonked in the mouth.
I don't know why those scenes needed to be there. They absolutely did not.
Mind you, this scene came out after the fact. Elektra threw one of her sides at Bullseye, and he somehow caught it easily. No, and like he caught it in between his fingers at that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he chucked it back at Elektra, who somehow thought, if he can do it, maybe I can catch it with my hand. Psych, stupid. It goes through her hand.
Yeah,
I actually like the symbolism, what they did there. If the sign went through Elektra's hand, and then the bullet went through Bullseye's hands, both of them.
Yeah.
That was cool, I guess. And then she does the dumbest decision ever by trying to pull the sai out of her hand, which she does. And then she gets stabbed after fighting Bullseye with her own sai from the stomach all the way to the back. And you know this because like the literal sai is protruding out of her attire. It's like a knot coming out of her back. And it's just like, you should be dead.
Yes.
How are you able to crawl and move?
Mm-hmm.
How do you have your own movie?
I don't know. that is something I forgot we have to talk about. So yeah, Bullseye, whatever.
Yeah, they also call him Bullseye. He's like Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Yeah. And just freaking
This freaking
Oh yeah,
scene.
remember the TSA scene
Um,
where Bullseye's have his arms stretched out wide, going up the escalator, and he's going through TSA. Hey, you
dude,
remember? I'm
he's
thinking about
so sus in that scene. No
he
one
is
would.
extremely suspect. And like all like the TSA are giving him looks too, like, bro, what is he on? If we were TSA agents and we saw this man, if we just saw himself before he even walked through like the gate, I'm thinking, no, turn
No,
your happy ass,
hold on.
turn
Yeah.
your happy ass around, bro. You not getting in.
No,
You not coming in. I'm sorry.
no way.
You were not stepping
Mhm.
foot in the plane.
But
We giving you a background check first.
hmm Well, that's Bullseye for you.
Oh yeah,
Foggy. What?
somehow. oh, Sorry to do that, but somehow Bullseye survived the fall. That Daredevil threw him out of a church, and he landed on a car.
Yeah.
Somehow he survived with no spine surgery at that. He just survived. He's really effed up though.
hmm
Oh,
So we get Foggy, who is
no,
such a jerk in
no,
this movie.
no. I want to hear Foggy Nelson's name be muttered in this review. I'm playing, but she died.
I know how you feel because there is absolutely, compared to the Netflix show again, Foggy Nelson is the heart of the group in the show.
Yes,
He is a dedicated worker. He's a great lawyer
and goofy.
and goofy.
He's
He's a
really
great
goofy.
great friend to Matt, and vice
This
versa.
one,
This one,
this one, no. This one makes you just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, I've never hated Jon Favreau more than I did in this moment.
I got so mad at seeing Foggy Nelson. I'm just like, hurry up and make Iron Man already.
Yes,
Hurry up and do it.
I think that's all I have to say about him. I don't like him. And we're getting so close.
By the way, he's a really bad lawyer. Oh yeah. So let me. And I know I'm sorry if I've been taking over this.
No, it's okay. You're good.
We forgot about the subplot in this whole film. The Coolio court case.
Coolio court case.
Because fans, if you people, because Coolio himself, Gangsta's Paradise, he's in this movie for some reason. So what happens is there's some woman named Lisa Tazio that that Matt and Foggy are trying to find, who killed her.
Yeah.
And there's a whole murder case going on in the subplot of the film that somehow ties up with Kingpin. That's the thing. Kingpin just somehow shows up here. I like Michael Clark Duncan as much as the next guy, and physically, he is a really good looking Kingpin. Physically,
we'll get to him. Let's finish the
we'll get to him later, but
yeah,
he'll probably be the last thing we talk about because unfortunately, it's not much. But so we get to the court case, and they're trying to figure out who killed Lisa Tazio. Also, Ben Urich is in this movie investigating stuff.
Yeah,
he's just side questing. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
He's just doing side quests. If you watch the Daredevil show, he's the black guy with the glasses. In this movie, he's not black, but still the same guy. Anyways, they're trying to figure out who the case. Coolio somehow appears, and I guess Coolio is being framed for something he didn't commit. And they're basically trying to solve stuff. This is where the mom 6-8 thing comes into play. Yeah, that's when they go through her apartment and all that. And there's a scene where Foggy is in court with Coolio, and he completely folds. He doesn't know what he's doing. Right in front of the jury around. He's not only joking around, but he forgets his questions, goes back to his desk, and starts filing through papers, shifting through the questions that he needs to ask. And then he's just like, Yes. Okay. So did you this, that, and third? And like, yeah. Yes. No, sir. Then he asks the second question. No, sir. And then he asks the third question. No, sir. I rest my case. That's essentially what happened.
Mm.
And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way you passed law school, my brother.
No, he's
You
insufferable.
you
He's
watched Judge Judy one time and thought, I got this.
Yeah, like he's not funny. He's insufferable. Like those, like the scene there, like he's like, "Oh, sorry, Braille, Braille." Like that's not funny. It's insufferable. Like
Yeah.
I want you
It's
out
like
of my
this stuff
courtroom.
is in Braille. I if I'm Coolio or anyone in this situation, I got John Favreau's Foggy Nelson as my lawyer. I kid you not. I'm looking at the judge. I'm looking at the jury. I'm gonna say I apologize to the both of you, and I'm gonna look back at the judge and I'm gonna be like, just put me away.
Yeah.
I will put my hands behind my back. Just put me away because
Mm-mm.
I am not saved.
No.
This my lawyer you give me. I'm taking the L. I take the L on this one.
Yeah.
If it was Netflix's Foggy without Matt's
Oh,
help, he would have locked in.
yes.
Coolio would have been saved a long time ago before the ending of the film.
Mm-hmm.
That Foggy would have locked in. This one just doing too much.
Yes.
Not to mention, he also, when they went to the party, that the ball that apparently Matt was invited to, they walk up to the Kingpin, who was also there,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, Foggy was like, if you ever need something, sir, we could be happy to help, pretty much. Like, he wanted the help of Kingpin. Like, he wanted to be Kingpin's lawyer. And Kingpin was laughing about it, and Matt was just like, no, we're not doing that because all our clients are innocent. So fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough on that one. And then Wesley just becomes like a jerk to a Foggy, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Foggy has the nerve to be like, oh, what a D. Like, okay, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Kingpin, uh, this Kingpin was
Interesting.
interesting.
like
I like the physicality of him, and I think he would have
Yes.
been good. He would have been acceptable
He would
if
have been real good.
they gave him something to work with, and they don't. They make him a generic businessman bad guy.
He's
That's
an
all he is.
outlaw.
No, murder. That's it. He's an outlaw. Blah, 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 blah.
He got a cool office, cool crystal cane. He's very imposing and strong. And Michael Clark Duncan is a real good actor. I would, if they gave him better stuff to work with, actually give him something to do with a better script, I think MCD could have been really great. I like him. I really do. But the more I watch, like when I look back and watch this, it's kind of like he's only there because it's Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
You could have given this script to anybody, and the result would have been the same. You know.
Yeah.
It out of anybody, Kingpin was the one with the wasted potential.
Mm-hmm.
He had the most potential in this entire film, and especially since he shows up a lot. I do like the symbolism that he gives off with like the rose. Every time someone dies, there's a rose being planted.
Kind of a bad way to give yourself away, but
Kind of a bad way to give yourself away, but I kind of like what they tried to do with giving him some kind of depth or character.
I guess, yeah, but that's it. There's no Vanessa.
There actually is no Vanessa in this movie, surprisingly for him.
Yeah, you embarrassed me. How about that? You embarrassed me in front of Vanessa. Yeah,
Rest in peace, MCD, but like, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Luke Cage, maybe. I would have been fine like a Luke Cage in the early 2000s.
I don't know. Better. Like Michael Clark Duncan looked a bit old in this one.
I guess so. Yeah.
Still built like a strong man. I feel like Kingpin would have been a perfect role for him. It's just they should have did more with him.
I agree.
And this is the extended cut we watched.
Mm-hmm.
And he just barely shows up and does nothing.
Now you got to wonder what did they cut out? I don't even know.
If this is all they cut out, That's sad
Yeah.
because I would have liked to see more out of him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michael would have been great, and he looks great. He looks like a Kingpin. He
Yeah.
looks like a Wilson Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
No, they
But
just
Vincent D'Onofrio though, peak.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay.
Not like being like mad or
Yeah.
whatever, but
Yeah.
just
No.
like one had fleshed out character, the other one didn't. That's why.
Yeah. It's fair
So
enough.
that's kind of an unfair comparison right there.
I guess so.
Although I would have liked to see Michael Clark Duncan versus Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin in a fight.
Yeah.
A heavyweight bout like that would be legendary.
Mm-hmm. Um. Just two quick things, and then we'll rank it. But two quick things I'll say: it's very corny and it's edgy, and those two things don't work.
You
And
either have to be really corny or really edgy, and
you
it's
can't
like they
have
wanted to
both.
do both.
Yeah. And the second thing is, which I forgot to mention, Daredevil kills people, and that's I don't care about he kills people. I care about the fact that he says he's not the bad guy and spares Kingpin, but earlier he basically tried to kill Bullseye earlier, even
He
though he lived.
chucked him out of a cathedral window, and he landed on Ben Urich's car.
Yeah, no way you thought, oh, he'll be alive when I
Not
thought
to mention, he beat up some dude in front of a kid, which probably that was his father.
maybe. And he's like, I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. Okay, dude.
That's the thing he says to the kid. He doesn't try to console him. He's like, "Are you okay?" He don't even give him a simple "I'm sorry." He says, "I'm not the bad guy." Then he goes on a rooftop. I'm not the bad guy.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you will be the bad guy in 2016. Count your blessings on that one.
We're criminals. Nothing's changed.
He right about that. Criminal.
Yeah.
We are criminals.
But we're getting we're over 30 minutes. Let's real quick. Let's put it in our ranking so far. So let's see what we got so far. So for me, all the movies we've watched so far, not including Daredevil, I have Spider-Man at the top, and then X-Men, Blade 2, and then Howard the Duck at the bottom. What would you say?
This is either above Blade 2 or in between that and Howard the Duck for me. I'm leaning towards it being above Blade 2.
Really?
Only reason why is because Bullseye and MCD. I love John Coffey.
Those are Blade 2 and Daredevil are at a tie for me.
Fair.
I think
they're both painfully mid movies.
Yeah, I think since Daredevil was so painful, I might go with. Well, no, because I was disappointed with Blade 2.
We were both disappointed at that movie.
Yeah, I'd say Daredevil over Blade 2. But the top three, would you say those are the same?
Was top three again Spider-Man, X-Men, and Blade?
Yeah, in that order.
I would agree until we get to X2, because my opinion might change on the top three after that.
Yeah. So yeah, we will be talking about X2 next time. But what would your number score for Daredevil be?
Okay. If I'm being realistic, I give it a 4. If I'm being generous, I give it a 5.5 out of 10.
I'm going 3, and I'll be generous with a 4.
Only thing that saves it is Bullseye, Kingpin, and the soundtrack because of how goofy it is.
Yes, that is it. But yeah, stay tuned for our X2 X-Men United review.
Yes.
Thanks for listening or watching. Check out some previous episodes to hear our thoughts, and stay tuned for future.
Yep.
We'll see you guys. Sorry, were you going to say something?
And tune in for the DCEU review, because after X2, we're going to be watching Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition again.
Yeah. So that'll be fun
as well.
Yeah, very long, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace. Oh.